Hello everybody, how's it going today? Thank you very much for joining me this August the 24th here in Istanbul, Turkey, where I'll be visiting my girlfriend for the next 6 weeks here. Came back here 2 weeks ago and I'm back again, so it's going to be pretty nice to get a chance to kind of settle in and get used to this environment while I work extremely hard with the group. That's my major priority, where she'll be helping me out as well. So this is my beautiful view that I get to enjoy here while in Turkey. I think it's very conducive to trading. It's very relaxing as well. The wall is behind me, which doesn't really matter too much. So I'm not going to take too much of your time, and I'm going to get right into this technical analysis. I've been gone for a fair amount of time, you can say, in terms of trading extremely hard, but I do plan to get back into trading full swing. I want to apologize for two things, first of all. One is for the lack of a good quality microphone. I forgot to bring one from home, so I have to settle with this for now. Later this evening, I'll be heading out to get a very high quality microphone because I think that you all deserve it. So I'll be getting a really good quality microphone to make up for the lack of quality here. And second thing is, I'm sorry that the monthly group for Discord is entirely closed. I decided to open up the Discord group only to yearly subscribers right now, which goes for 600 American. It's still $50 a month, right? Same thing. But I'm only going to take the yearly payments because it's easier to process. Not only that, you also get the courses for free as well, which sells for $450. Anyways, enough shilling. I don't need to sell anything. I don't need to shill. I'm here to do technical analysis, so let's get on with it right now. So the first thing that I'm going to do is open up Bitcoin, of course. And whenever we're far away, you can say, from a point of being involved for a long period of time, you can say what a really good thing to do is to most likely take a look at it from a very long-term perspective, a macro perspective to get a general idea of what the entire market is actually doing. And what we see on the bigger picture right now is that Bitcoin ended up bouncing for 3 months in a row. May, June, and July here, where it reached a low of roughly $28,000. I think that was roughly the 0.5 fib range or so, right? Near the 6.8 or 618 fib range. And if we take the fib structure right now, we can see that it's almost identical to the bottom trend here, where here it ended up almost hitting 618, and here it almost ended up hitting 618 to the upside as well. So the big question that looms is this the actual top right now? So that's a really big question. Right now we're almost near the end of August already. It's a very bullish candle that we see, although the volume is dwindling very, very little. Still lots of time to finish though. We see the weekly chart attempting a crossover in the next few weeks to the upside. But the question, of course, is will the crossover actually be successful? Or will this just end up fading in quality? And we end up getting a massive rejection to the upside because the volume is slowly dwindling here as well. So the last thing that we want is a curvature like that, okay? A curvature like that would imply a concave type shape, and for a concave type shape, that's not a good thing. It means that we attempted, but then we ended up failing. So this week is going to be very critical where the 2 week it ends up, for example, 5 days away, right? But the weekly, okay, the weekly is also 5 days as well. So let's just say for the next 5 days, if we fight with this doji type candle here, rather than a very bullish candle, it's going to be nasty for the bulls. The bulls will not be able to recover, especially if we end up hitting only, for example, in the middle of the week, around the 51.1 to 51.5 to the 52 ranges, which would be pretty much in the bull trapped region of the golden ratio. Now, that's not a good place to be at whatsoever, in my opinion. And I'll keep this technical analysis around the 10, the 15 minute mark here just to make sure it's not too long and overly extended. I'm having a bottle of raki in the afternoon or a few drinks of it. It's actually really good. I'm just killing time while my girlfriend ends up taking the iguana to see the vet because he keeps scratching his eye right now. So on the 4 day right now, we've got 11 hours left. So that means that it closes at around 2 a.m. my time, 11 and a half hours left. And if we finish off with this doji type candle, based off of price action, it's going to be a very ugly candle that's going to most likely signal that the momentum for the bulls have been lost and that the momentum for the bears are most likely going to continue forward. Moving forward here, we see that this is channeling on a higher time frame, but we want to get more accuracy on a lower time frame. We see on the 3-day right here that the RSI is fairly neutral range. The 4-week, it's fairly neutral range. The weekly, it's fairly neutral range as well. The MACD, though, crosses up for the weekly. But how much of a crossover upwards will it be? It'll just be a little one, and we come back to the downside almost right away. That'd be pretty nasty for the bears there. If you look on the 2-day was not a happy candle whatsoever. We ended up getting a doji at the top trend in the top range there, and a doji like that is a really ugly candle to have, which almost signals that the bulls have lost steam. It's really rare to have a doji candle. The doji candle basically is symbolic of there's no movement to the upside or downside after a big bull rally. So after a big bull rally, we see that the bulls attempt to go to the upside, but the bears are blocking them so hard that there's no room to go. That's why we have a very small body in the area that we actually fight. In fact, it shows a wick to the downside instead. And that is more symbolic of the bulls losing steam there. And today, or yesterday rather, because this is a 2-day candle, we see that this is a shooting star type candle as well, where the bulls shot to the upside, but you see that the bears end up rejecting them and pushing to the downside. Now the daily is probably nasty, I was going to say. You can see it very evidently as well here, where we're getting a shooting star type candle. A shooting star type candle is one where the bulls end up shooting it to the sky there, and then the bears just end up rejecting it and pushing them to the downside. It's not a happy candle. We see the bulls right here losing steam, where this hovering that I always talk about is taking place right now. I've seen it where it hovers for a long time. Hovers for a really, really long time, and then eventually drops. So you never know when it could come down. But from what we see here, based off of price action, it's very bearish in my opinion here. We take a look at the RSI here, lower high here as well. Now I'm gonna go to the BTC USDT non-futures. Okay, non-futures is better in my opinion because of that large wick that shows. That's irrelevant. Okay, I'm not a big fan of that large wick. So right here, I'm intersecting many different regions because on a higher time frame, it just shows it as a wick, right? It just shows it as a clean wick. So that's how I personally like to draw it right now. I'm going to go to the 12-hour chart to give you a cleaner look here. The way that I'm seeing this is not like a channel. I'm seeing it like a fifth wave diagonal of some sort, okay? Now the diagonal is actually not that tight, but the diagonal is very symbolic of something like this, okay? I'll show you at a lower time frame here just so I can draw it out for you. So a leading, or it's a diagonal of some sort, also known as a rising bearish wedge. A rising bearish wedge is basically something where the first wave is the biggest usually, second is the third, or sorry, the third wave is the second biggest, and the fifth wave is the smallest. So biggest, second biggest, smallest. So this is very indicative that this will eventually break to the downside. Okay, once we get 5 touches in there. And I think that we've got 5 touches already. So I'm very excited to see how this is going to end up formulating. We see how this could easily be the 5 touches already, giving it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the 5th wave up there, right? And now we get a big correction to the downside, and then this could possibly set us up for a major rally. So if we were to actually correct at this level, which I'm sorry to say, but I'm fairly bearish right now, the highest we'll probably get is probably 51K in my opinion, because that's a golden ratio, if we even get there. Maybe just one more touching to the top there, 51K. But other than that, I'm very bearish on it. I think that we're likely to hit around 43,000. We're very likely to hit wave 4 territory, which is combined with the 5th range as well. Actually, might even go lower than that. We might even go all the way to the wave 1 territory. But realistically, a very good range for us to be in for support would be right around here. Because now we get this region, that region for wave 4 territory, and the top region above wave 1 territory. So this ends up becoming a range of about 42.2 to about $44,000. So I'm very bearish on Bitcoin actually, and I think that a lot of coins are actually going to follow suit, especially coins like Luna, BNB, and ADA, and HNT. These coins are very overextended right now. There's no doubt in my mind that a coin like ADA is going to be very bearish sometime soon. So just get ready for the aftermath of a parabolic rise. What happens after a parabolic rally? Do you guys know? After a parabolic rally, what happens is a parabolic drop. That's always what happens. So we see ADA just make some monster moves here from July, right? So we can assume that there's going to be a major drop sometime soon. Luna shows and exemplifies the same types of behaviors where it's really rallying hard from the $5 range there, going up 500-600% as well. So I think that Luna, BNB, ADA are the top coins that will be most likely dropping to oblivion sometime soon. So anyways, I just want to say hi to you guys quickly. Greetings from Istanbul. It's still settling in here. It might take a little bit more time. So I do appreciate the patience there. And I hope that you all stay extra cautious in the market. And remember that these parabolic moves to the upside, it should be heeding caution. It should be forewarning you that something major is going to happen soon. And also this triangle that we see in Bitcoin here, called some leading diagonal or ending diagonal, depending on where it is. These are rising bearish wedges, and they're very likely to drop to the downside. So anyways, have yourselves a great day. Thank you very much for watching this short video of mine. If I have not gotten you into the group yet, and you paid for it already by crypto for the yearly subscriptions, please do contact me right away, as I'd like to get you in as soon as possible. If you've been banned or kicked accidentally, please do DM me as well on Twitter, and I'll be sure to get you in right away. Or even reply to this video here with your comment, and I'll get back to you right away. It's an accidental part of my bot. I apologize for that. And if you do want to get into the yearly Discord group as a yearly subscriber, please do contact me, as there's some large savings right now where you will get the course for free. So anyways, have yourselves a great day. We will talk soon. Bye now.